Thank you very much. Sarah Brooks from the International Service for Human Rights. Tiene la palabra.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and esteemed panelists. ISHR is pleased to deliver this statement on behalf of ourselves, Plataforma Internacional, FIDH, Ciel, and Amnesty International. We believe that robust consultation with human rights defenders, civil society groups, and national human rights institutions will be essential to the successful promotion, implementation, and monitoring of the treaty under negotiation here. We would like to outline a few substantive points which we feel would strengthen the draft text before us. First, the safety and security of any individual or group who seeks to advance the rights enshrined in the treaty or to report on state efforts to implement the treaty is paramount. This working group should strive to ensure that the treaty contains language addressing the issue of reprisals for cooperation with the committee or other relevant UN bodies in respect of the treaty. Models for this language include CAT and more recently OPSESCR, OPCRC, and OPCAT. One example includes the following. Quote, a state party shall take all appropriate steps to ensure that individuals under its jurisdiction are not subjected to any human rights violation, ill treatment, or intimidation as a consequence of communications or cooperation with the committee pursuant to the present protocol. That was from, I believe, OPCRC. While respecting the need for independence, we would encourage this language to be implemented by the committee through adoption of rules of procedure and working methods in line with system-wide guidance, such as the San Jose Guidelines. To overlook the importance of including this language in the treaty is to underrepresent the serious threats that are posed to human rights defenders doing the important work of holding accountable those responsible for related human rights violations. Second, any future treaty should ensure the independence and expertise of its members and its monitoring body for the effective review and implementation of state compliance. This means that for a committee to monitor implementation of the treaty, members should be held to the highest standards for expertise and independence as highlighted by the OHCHR, as well as impartiality. This means allowing that any committee formed under this treaty would be able to establish its own rules of procedure, as outlined in ICCPR Article 39.9, with particular regard for practices such as follow-up reporting and assessment. We note that the Human Rights Committee, Committee on the Rights of the Child, and most recently Committee on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights have undertaken serious consideration of how states should implement obligations under their respective treaties in light of business operations and in close cooperation with the full range of stakeholders, including civil society. We urge that any committee established by this treaty would be complementary to, rather than duplicative of, this work. To the panelists, and especially to Mr. Tunchak, how can the language in this section be strengthened to account for the complementary work of other treaty bodies and indeed other UN human rights mechanisms, including the special procedures? Finally, any treaty should call for states to adopt measures to ensure open, transparent, and inclusive processes for monitoring compliance with the treaty with the active participation of civil society and human rights defenders. The full statement can be found online and at the back of the room. Thank you very much.